Welcome everyone. Today we'll have a special Genshin pack guide for spending in the game with free-to-play and also low spending. In this video, I have made a detailed Excel to compare all the valuable packages in the game, in terms of the value in terms of per dollar, and also what are the best deals after the whole reset of the double purchase, so the first time purchase is back. I really want to have a look at this one with us in the game. And afterwards, I also show you guys the new calculator I made, which can be adjustable over time, which can give us some really good estimations of the promo gems we can get in terms of the free-to-play promo gems. So depending on the days left on the banner, let's say if it's 17 days right now, if I change 17 days, notice some of those values will change automatically. And I think this is a really good calculator we can use for the upcoming banners or the existing banner for Ball. And I really want to share this one with you guys. We'll go through this in the video as well. This will predict how much promo gems to come with different system, and depending on the estimation of the values we put in, we can guess how many more wishes we can get until the banner expires. And this is quite important, because if we know the banner is going to expire and we know maybe we don't want to spend money in the game, then we can look into the best ways to get more free-to-play promo gems. And sometimes we can get over 40 more wishes, and this gives us more reasons to not spend it too much in the game. So there's a few things I want to go through with you guys, and also some of my tips and also some of my ideas of not spending too much in the game, and what are the reasons to wait for future banners like the new icons, and also what are the other things we should be aware of. So let's go through this video together. I have prepared a few of things to help us with banner spending in the game. Now, because we're going to look at a video about spending, it's something quite interesting I want to share with you guys, is that currently MiHoYo has made over 1.5 billion USD dollars in the past year. And this means this is this amount of money that was made. And if we come over to multiple posts that was posted a few months ago, we can see on the Reddit post is about 800 million with MiHoYo made since launch, and after in 5 months time they made $1 billion. And just 9 days ago, this particular post by Imaginary Top, we can see that they made 10 billion Chinese, which is about 1.5 billion USD dollars. Now, we may be wondering, what did MiHoYo do with all the money they made? Well, there's a lot of the popular, social media that talk about MiHoYo giving its employees some of the fancy gaming gadgets and also benefits. Remember there was a time when we heard MiHoYo is buying all the PS5 around the world and giving them for free to the employees? Well, guess what happened to the shortage of PS5? So I thought this is quite fun because they have been making a lot of money in the past year, and the employees were getting some of the really nice gadgets with gaming, with PlayStation, with Xbox, with all the gadgets that was available with the top-notch gadget. So notice how they're stocking up the PS5s, and maybe that's one of the reasons that we were having a shortage to buy the PS5s across the world actually. So I made a small calculation over here that can be interesting. So they made about 1.5 billion USD, right? So if we convert that into promo gems, this is about 12 billion promo gems that was purchased in the game. And if we summarize into wishes, this is about 0.8 billion wishes, or 800 million wishes. And if we convert that into 5-star characters sold, it's about 11 million 5-star characters that was sold. So MiHoYo made a fortune out of by selling 5-star characters. And those are the numbers summarized with how much they earned in the past year. So, this is a small fun fact I want to share with you guys, because I keep seeing high numbers and how well MiHoYo is doing. And this means that we can be assured this company will make a lot of money. And if they make a lot of money, they will make a really good game. They're making the new orchestra, the concert, and also getting the famous voice actors, getting more designs, higher team, and bigger gadgets for new characters and also new content to come. Because we're currently on Inazuma, there will be other continents, there will be other icons that will be joining us into the game. And this looks pretty good, right? So definitely guys, keep in mind, the game will expand. There will be a lot of new characters. And this is why it's very important for us to not overspend in a free-to-play game, because look how much they made. They sold over 11 million 5-star characters. Now coming over to the focus of this video. So we know that MiHoYo is making a lot of money. And what I want to help you guys is, we know that after patch 2.1, there is another new reset of the packages. There is a first timer purchase again. So before you guys make any real money purchases, I want to help you guys to work out the best deal packages in the game. So if we come back in the game, we know there's a Paimon shop, there's also the top-up shop. So we know there's a recommended with monthly card, we know there's a gift shop, there's a lot of different things in the shops. So whether if you're a veteran player or whether you have just started the game, I want to give you guys the best summary of what are the best gadgets to buy, or what are the best packages to consider buying if you were to spend real money. And in order to do so, I want to make a small summary of Excel for you guys. So coming over the first part of Excel, which we'll be having a look at a number of things. The first one is the $10 Battle Pass, which can be purchased in the game about every patch. So this happens every 42 days. The second thing is the $5 monthly card, which happens at about a 30 days interval, and we can get 300 Primogems plus the 90 Primogems per day. Finally, those are the new Genesis top-up values. We know that the first buyer's purchase doubles up the amount, and after the purchase, the bonus is lowered. So notice how in the game I have made a purchase on the $100 USD amount. And notice after getting my 6,480 Primogems as the first time bonus, the next bonus is only 1,600 bonus. So it does get lowered. And in order to give you guys a good summary, we'll have Excel comparison over here. Now, if you guys want a more detailed summary of the comparisons of those three things, I do recommend coming over to my previous video about the detailed comparison of how I estimate the values of the Battle Pass from all the gadgets in the Battle Pass. Now, notice that the Battle Pass have been updated with bonus reason to be added in the Battle Pass. So after considering those values, I have estimated the Battle Pass to be worth about 4,600 Primogems. And because it costs $10, if we divide that by 10, each dollar we spent for Battle Pass is worth about 400 Primogems. Now this can be a take or minus. This can be around 300 Primogems if you don't need additional resource. This can be over 500 Primogems if you wanted the special Battle Pass weapon. So the estimate value is about 400 Primogems for the Battle Pass per dollar. The second comparison is a monthly card. This one's quite straightforward. You get the 300 Primogems upon purchase. After that, you get 90 Primogems a day. So the value per dollar is actually 600 Primogems per dollar. And although we have to wait for 30 days, this is definitely the best value package in the game. No matter what other packages that's introduced, even the Battle Pass does not beat this package. Now the biggest comparison is that we know the Genesis crystals have been resetted with a double bias purchase. So over here, I have divided the value per dollar with each of the categories. Let's zoom in a little bit. I want to highlight something with you guys. Notice something very interesting. The first buyer's purchase with the Primogems over here with a $100 purchase actually gives us a lower value per dollar. It only gives 129.6 Primogems per dollar. But the highest value or the best value in the game is actually the $30 purchase of the Primogems, which gives 132 Primogems per dollar. Now, if we come back over here and compare with the Battle Pass and also the monthly card, we can see this value is still lower. So this is about 132. This is 600. This is 468. We want to get the most value per dollar. So in terms of purchasing, I would recommend purchase the monthly card first if you ever plan to purchase in the game. Because you get the Genesis crystals, you also get the Primogems. After that, the Battle Pass seems to be a legitimate way to get a long-term investment of resource and also more wishes and also more Primogems. Finally, if we're planning to purchase in the game with the Genesis crystals for the first buyers package, the best value will of course be all the first buyers package. But when comparing all the first buyers package, the best one is the $30 one. After that, it is the $50 one, and then followed by the $15 one. Surprisingly enough, right? And after the $15 one, we can go to the $100 one, which is quite expensive. And finally, the $5 and also the $1 one does give the lowest value, which is only 120 Primogems per purchase. So after you have made your first buyer's purchase, I have made a small summary over here. So the amount of values we will get, let me go back over here. So this is the amount of value we'll get after making the purchase. It is 80 Primogems per dollar instead of the 129 Primogems per dollar. I didn't do it for all of them, so this is after losing the first buyer's bonus. Because mostly we're focused on low spending players, it is likely we'll only purchase each of the package once. So I want to give you guys a good comparison of the values of those packages. The higher those values are, the more value we get per dollar. And I do think the $30 package is definitely slightly better. I mean, it's not a major factor, but we do know we get some more Primogems per dollar. So now coming back to our summary, you can see our notes of here. We can see the monthly card is about 600 gems per dollar. The second best deal is the Battle Pass, about 300 to 500 gems per dollar, depending how much you value the bonus resource, the Risen, the Mora, and also experience books. Finally, the $30 Genesis package of the first purchase is the best value, followed by the $30 purchase, followed by the $15 purchase, followed by the $50 purchase, and then finally the $100 purchase. So if you guys were thinking purchasing, those are the mathematically best for value of purchasing the game. And looking at this, I was like, usually the game company have the $100 purchase as the best for value, but I'm not sure why they designed it this way, maybe for special marketing purpose. The $30 is actually a better package than the $100 package. So let me know what you guys think about this one. So I thought, in case, because some of us are free-to-play or low-spending players, it is best to find the most value out of in the game. And I do have more tips over here as well about making the purchase, and consider our free-to-play options before making the purchase. So it is very important, guys, before you make any of those purchases, watch the next part and I'll explain why one can get over 40 free wishes before the banner ends. And this is very important because if we were to get those for free, we don't have to make too many purchases in the game. We don't have to spend too much in the game. Now, if you haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so. Make sure you also turn the bell on for the latest news as I find more of them for us. You can see that we're really dedicated for Genshin Impact. We'll have builds, guides, tips, news, and events updates for everything that's Genshin Impact related. Now coming over to a second part of the video. So before making any purchase with real money, guys, make sure we consider our free-to-play options in the game. So what do I mean by that? I'm sure most of you know that each of the banners will last for 21 days. And currently during the recording of this video, this particular banner for Radiant Shotgun is on 16 days left. And sometimes it is possible that we might have spent all of our promo gems and we have no wishes left, but we really want the character. So what do we do at this moment? Most players who are not familiar with gacha games might be thinking of purchasing more Genesis crystals. And this is why I want to share you guys the best value for money in the game first about the Genesis crystals. We'll also have a few extra tips at the end about purchasing multiple monthly cards, which can give us a little more promo gems for the best value. So knowing each of the banners will run for 21 days, we can still get a lot of the free-to-play gems before the banner ends. And I have made a quick estimation. This is actually over 30 or 40 more wishes with free-to-play wishes. And we can also use the promo shop for additional wishes. So let's go through this whole summary together. And this is a very important factor before we spend real money. The first thing is we can use the daily commission calculator to see how much more gems and promo gems we get for free in the game. So I have made it such a way that if you put the value in, I have the Excel ready for you guys as well. So you put the value in on 16, and if you press enter, over here the values will change accordingly. So the values that will change will be the daily commission promo gems we get, and also the monthly card we get if we do intend to purchase a monthly card. So notice that with 16 days left, we can see there's about 960 promo gems to come every day for the rest of the 16 days. We can also get 1,440 promo gems if we have bought the $5 monthly card. So do keep in mind, this calculation does include the monthly card. If you do not want to include the monthly card, make sure you deduct this amount. And after that, we know that it will be about 3 in-game events in the game for each of the banners. So those two are the estimation of amount for the free-to-play promo gems from the in-game events that was revealed on the live stream. And also those are the estimations for the content of the puzzles, achievements, and also different quests in the game, which is about 600. And you can see that we estimate to get about 4,000-ish promo gems in the upcoming 16 days. And this can be converted into the 26 wishes. Now, because we know the Radiant Shotgun banner does not overlap with the first month purchase of the promo shop, so we can't get the 5 additional promo. We can't get additional 5 fates, intertwined fates from the promo shop. So this one doesn't go up to 43. And we also know that it is likely the free 10 wishes event will not happen on the Radiant Shotgun banner. So those will not add up correctly for now. This will be added when Kokomi banner comes out. So there's a few things we can look into. We might be getting 2 more additional fates with Intertwined Fate with unlocking the Sacred Tree to level 30. Now the purchase of the Palmer Shop, the 5 Intertwined Fate is not going to be available, similar to the 10 wishes that's not going to be available for the first part of patch 2.1. So the estimation of the free wishes we can get is about 26 wishes during the next 16 days for the Radiant Shotgun banner. But if this was for the 21 days for the Kokomi banner, we can see that we can get close to 48 wishes for the Kokomi banner. Because this period overlaps the Palmer Shop, this also goes through the Sacred Tree and also goes through the 10 wishes for the free event. So depending on the days of the event and how many days that's left in a particular patch, we can estimate how many free promo gems and also how many free wishes we can get. And Once the next patch comes, guys, I'll have this updated for you guys. So this is currently the estimation for the Raiden Shotgun banner and also for the Kokomi banner. Now you might be wondering, why is this useful? Because if we know there's about 20 to 40 free wishes to get, we might not need to spend money to purchase in the game. We might be happy to wait for a few more days or maybe even for 15 more days for the Raiden Shotgun banner before making purchase with real money. And this allows us to not spend too much in the game. So it's the idea of, hey, I don't get my character during the banner right now, but I know I can wait for 16 more days to get more wishes, and those wishes can help me to resist spending real money into the game. And I do think this is quite important, because once we have the understanding of how many more wishes we can get, there's less need to spend a lot in the game right now. Because before we know it, we might be spending $30, $40, or even $50 in the game, and this may be happening for each of the banners. Now, on the topic of getting more wishes in the game as more free-to-play methods, we know that the Paimon shop will have the monthly resets of the wishes. What I also want to remind you guys, which, in my live stream, you noticed that I made the mistake over here. So we can also purchase the Intertwin and also a Quinterfate. I do recommend purchasing Intertwin with the Masterless Star Glinters. I mean, I don't recommend it. I recommend buying this one. Well, I recommend buying the Intertwin Fate over the Quinter Fate if you were to purchase those fates. You can of course save them for the weapons and save them for the materials. I don't think the materials are very worth it. I think the weapons are worth it if you're going for a very powerful 4-star weapon to the level 5 refinement, or save them for the character shots. But if you're really short on fate and you don't want to spend much in the game, you can purchase the fates with your star glinters. Sometimes I do forget about this. So before patch 2.1, before Raiden Shotgun banner, I actually purchased 108 of the Intertwin Fate with my Master Star Glinters. So that actually saved me a lot of more Primal Gems and also Genesis Crystals. So in case you guys have forgotten, you can, as a last resort, to purchase Fates in the game in the Paimon shop with the Star Glinters. It is a personal choice, guys, be aware, because you are sacrificing the opportunity of purchasing characters, you are sacrificing the opportunity of purchasing weapons in the game. Currently, there's no method of purchasing a 5-star character in the game. I don't think that will be added anytime soon in the game. Before we had some speculation of saying that maybe we can purchase a 5-star character in the game. But I don't think they will do it anytime soon, because otherwise it would be kind of silly for people to have bought the fates and also other items, right? So let me know, what do you think? Do you think they'll add a 5-star character in the game? I don't think so, because people are saying it will cost like 500 star glinters for a 5-star character, which is like 100 free wishes, right? If you purchase the fates over here. So now that we know to have a look at the free-to-play wishes and also gems for the remaining of the banners, there's a few more things I want to share with you guys. Is that although the characters are very popular, similar to the Raiden Shotgun, for the Archons especially, all the popular characters, the popular characters that everyone wants, like maybe Ayaka, maybe Ganyu that were having a rerun soon, we know the Archons and also popular characters will have the rerun again, because those characters makes a lot of money for MiHoYo. And they made billions of dollars already, right? So knowing that the reruns of the characters will come, even if you miss the character with all your free-to-play resource and all the the monthly card, even if you miss those characters, you can still come back to them in the future reruns. And usually those reruns happens in about 2 to 3 patches time. So this was the case for Venti and also for Zhongli. If you miss Raiden Shogun, you can still find her rerun in about 3 patches time. And if that is the case, you have plenty of time to save those free-to-play wishes. So this again is a reinforcement that we don't have to spend too much money right now. Now, it is also important for us to understand that with new content and also new maps, new Archons to come, there will be new 5-stars that will come into the game. So if you spend to get a 5-star character now, then a stronger 5-star comes, you have to keep spending. I want to help you guys not get into a habit of spending too much in the game. And because we know the new characters will have, interesting abilities, maybe special elements like Denjo, or maybe it's a new Archon, the Pyro Archon, Cryo Archon, Hydro Archon. So those characters will come. So it is important for us to not spend too much into the game, because if we get into a habit, more characters come, we spend more, and the more characters come, the older characters we have spent in will become less useful. So knowing that there will be new characters come, it is always important to prepare enough resource for the new characters to come as well. So either we get the rerun, and if we miss the characters, we know those new characters will also get a rerun. Now, you can notice that what I'm focusing on is to help you guys to psychologically and also mentally understand the impulse spending problem. because all those methods of delaying spending is helping us to delay the time and also impulse spending. We know Genshin Impact and also most of the free-to-play games, which I have a lot of experience, they're using an RNG, random number generating system, which is like a gambling system that give us free, wishes in the game. And depending on our luck, we can get a free, we can get a 5-star character. So this particular theme of the gacha games can lead to gambling addiction. And what we want to avoid is to get ourselves addicted to spending too much money in the game and also the impulse spending to feel good by getting a 5-star character. Because if this was the case, not only by playing games we might be a little getting into a bad habit, and also future in life, if we do other things, we might catch up on this particular addiction, which is something I really want to avoid and also help our viewers to be avoiding this. So this is why I say before we spend, let's think about the free promo gems we can get, think about the new reruns that will be coming, and also think about the new characters that will be coming. So there's something better in the future we can look towards too. Now sometimes in life, it is also important for us to consider the other motivations in life. We know that currently with the whole COVID challenges and also the outbreaks of COVID, it is very important for us to consider our own financial situations. We could be saving those money for family, friends, and also our future, and also buying things that we might be need for real life. Because sometimes I look at it, I was like, oh my gosh, I spent $100 in the game. I can buy like 2 weeks of grocery with those money. Or, I can buy so much more. I maybe buy something nice for my friends or family. So it is important, guys, always consider our financial situation before we make the in-game purchase. Because before we know it, we might have spending a few $100s into the game. And then a few $100s could have bought us a new PlayStation or maybe even a new TV. So be aware, guys, those money do build up. And this is why I say it is important before we spend. Have a clear mind and don't get impulse spending. Let our emotions and let our urge to have a cooldown. Give them a few days to rest, and then if you still want to spend, then you know that you have reduced the chance of having a guilty spending or regret on spending. Because before Genshin Impact, I used to play this game called Summoner's War. I spent hundreds into the game, and a week later I was so regretting. I was like, oh my gosh, I have never spent even that much on clothing, and I've spent that much money in the game. I felt so bad. So notice how we're spending money to feel bad, and that's something I want to help you guys to avoid. Because gacha games have this kind of impulse spending. You really want the 5-star characters and you spend a lot, and when you get the 5-star characters, you're like, oh my gosh, what have I done? So be aware, guys. If you do feel like you want to spend because you emotionally want to get the high of having the 5-star, make sure to give you guys some time to rest and also come back to it when you're less emotional. And this is why I give you guys more reasons to wait for it, because the longer we wait, the more free-to-play wishes we get, and also we can wait for the reruns. So it all comes down to the idea that we play the game to have fun and also to enjoy the game. It's a lovely music with a whole concept and also the lovely stories, the characters. We're here to enjoy and also to have, to find happiness in what we have. So if we focus on the characters we don't have and also artifacts we don't have, we won't find enjoyment in the game. But if we focus on the characters we have and also the characters we get lucky with, then it makes them more valuable and also more exciting for new characters we get. So I think it's important to remember we're here to play the game, not here to work for the game. So in that sense, we're not trying to be happy by having each of the new 5-stars. We're trying to be happy to appreciate what characters we can get and how much luck we can get. Sometimes, we get the characters on the first 20 wishes. Sometimes we don't get them after the 50-50. So there's up and downs in the game, but it's important for us to not spend too much in the game. Because if we spend too much in the game, then those excitement of getting a new 4-star or 5-star characters won't be as great compared to before. Now hopefully you guys found this video helpful, because during my time of reflecting what videos I can make, I do go back to some of my previous videos. Some of the first videos I started making is to encourage us to spend less in the game. And while doing so, I also want to give you guys some fun, interesting facts about different numbers and how much, the company make. This is our Genshin news impact, kind of the ideas of seeing the news and seeing the fun facts. And also I want to give you guys some of the practical uses of if you do plan to spend in the game, I don't want to be stopping you from spending, but I want to give you the best recommendations of the best packages in the game, using the Excel comparisons over here and also different values, with the first buy 3 set, with the value per dollar, and also the best packages in the game. And finally, I do want to give you guys, that bit of my understandings, a bit of things to look for with a free-to-play option. because once we know those options, it is less likely for us to spend that much in the game. And this is the best way to have everyone to enjoy the game to the fullest. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be looking to make more videos that can bring us more rewarding, not just in game and also in life as well. So, I am quite interested in helping us in all parts of life. That's why I was hoping to make the videos in our other YouTube channel. But because of my voice and also currently I'm really busy with the whole moving and also everything, I'm still seeing a doctor for my voice. So once I get things fixed up, I'll also start making more videos, coping with stress and also difficulties in life. So, I'm planning to make more YouTube videos on that category as well, because you have seen I made those videos in the past during the time I was having my channel with the whole, the case with the channel lockdown. So I do plan to make more videos for that as well. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you guys next time onto YouTube. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe and also turn the little bell on for the latest news. I'll be looking towards to make more builds, guides, tips, and news and event updates for us as we come further into the game. And as always, I wish you guys the best of luck with Genshin and have the most fun in exploring this wonderful world.